Hi, this is Cardiff Metropolitan University, and we are live on the Landaf campus. This is the Global Week, and this initiative is one that is funded by the Global Grant, which seeks to cover a series of interviews to promote cultural diversity amongst nationalities that are represented here in the university. Currently, we'll be interviewing countries such as Nigeria, Nepal, Fiji, just name it. And of course, we'll have the locals amongst us as well. You don't want to miss this. Come along with us even as we go right into the interview series and get excited. Thank you. Here we are again. And we've traveled all around again and we've gotten to that major place. You can tell your guess is as good as mine. Nigeria. I am loaded, as in I feel so I'm like, hey, that's always how they look, right? That's always how they come across to you. So I am going to have to do this a bit differently, and I will have them introduce themselves. They're all from Nigeria, but they seem to be coming in different shades and colors. So starting from my very closest right, tell us what you represent in Nigeria.
My name is Oluwatosin Afolani. I represent the Yoruba culture.
The Yoruba culture. All right.
My name is also Omodalapo Aduke. I'm
Hey.
also representing the Yoruba culture.
Interesting.
My name is Obi Ezioke. I represent the Igbo culture.
Oh my God.
My name is Nana Gazoma. I represent the Hausa culture.
And I am sure Maleni, you're already overwhelmed. Are you kind of overwhelmed?
Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, such a wealth of cultures
The
going on.
wealth, I like that word. The wealth of culture. So we're gonna go deeper. Okay, how do you greet? How do you say hello?
Oh, okay.
Or something?
For the Yoruba culture, we greet, we say Ekaro, Ekaso, Ekaleo, depending on the time of the day. But right now, I can see that it's past 12, so that means it's in the afternoon, and we greet by saying Ekaso, Enyarali.
I know. Oh my God, that sounds so nice. Okay.
For the Igbo aspect, we greet Kedu, then you respond back Odiman. Kedu means how are you? Good day, good morning. Then you respond back Odiman.
I'm from the northern part of Nigeria, where the Hausas are. We greet Inakwana, good morning, Inawuni, good evening, from like noon to fall of the day is good evening. That's Inawuni. So, but generally when we walk into a place, we just say Sanunku. If I walk into this room now, I'll just do like Sanunku, which means well done.
Oh, this is so nice. How do you guys come together? I mean, in Nigeria. Are these all the tribes? I mean, the Yoruba, the Hausa, and the Igbo. Are these all the tribes you have in Nigeria?
No, Nigeria is a very diverse nation. We are a diverse people. We have different cultures. We have different languages. We have different dialects. And so in Nigeria, we have over 500 dialects, languages, but the major ones are the Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa. And then we have a slang that goes Wazobia, a Nigerian slang.
I know. Now, there's something about Nigeria. The pidgin English language. I hear that language and I am always like, is this the same English? Like, I don't know. Let me speak with someone who's in the UK. I mean, someone who's a British citizen. Yes. Have you ever heard about the pidgin English language?
Pidgin English? No. What do you mean by Pidgin English?
That's when that's when they probably have to teach you or teach the white man his own language again. I mean,
Really?
Do you have does anyone of you
Okay.
know how to speak the pidgin English or something?
Okay. So when the white man came to colonize us, it was not easy for our forefathers to speak the English. I mean, English was very difficult, having to adapt to the English language after our own very dialect. So we found a way to speak the English, and we call it the pidgin English. So if I was going to say I am coming, I would say instead I did come. So I did come means I am coming. So if I was speaking to you and I would say, how are you? I'll just say, bros, alpha. Or how you doing? And then you respond like, I did. Or if and if we are friends, if I want to go very informal, I go, alpha now, what's up? And then go, nothing much. So yeah.
So is this Pidgin English used much back in Nigeria?
So not formally, but for informal conversations, yes, you use it very much. I mean, for some people, we still consider them illiterate, where they still can't speak the English as fluent as the white man. So yes, we communicate like that in Pidgin English. So yes, it is very common across Nigeria. Sometimes we even call it broken English when someone cannot speak as very fluent English as the Queen's English, but
Yeah.
speaks very tiny bits. So we just call it the broken English. So,
Okay,
yeah.
so do they use Pidgin English in your cultures as well? So you say from Igbo?
Igbo,
Yeah,
yeah.
do they use Pidgin
Yeah,
English there as well?
it's all over the country.
Really?
We use
Yeah.
Pidgin
yeah.
English.
So could we
It's
say
too-
it's the kind of language that kind of unites everyone
the country.
together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pidgin English is like the most acceptable English in Nigeria.
Hmm.
It's like
After-
when you speak Pidgin English, that's when you speak English.
know.
Yeah.
Interesting. So right here in front of me, I can see the streets, and I'm like, I know. Do you want to introduce these foods to me, and I probably where they come from?
Like I said, we greet saying Ekaso. So this is Eba, a Yoruba cultural food. It is made from cassava flakes. And this is the native soup that goes with it. It is called egusi from melon seeds. So you eat eba with egusi, obe egusi. And then, as everybody popularly knows, or if you don't know Malele, you can just Google now. There is no rice like Nigerian jollof.
I know.
This is Nigerian jollof. We own this jollof rice. And then for our dessert, we have puff puff. I know you will know this one. This one is made from flour, and this is rice. So these are just very few of our local delicacies. We still have more of them. We have from the Igbo, I'll let my Igbo colleagues speak about that, and the Hausa native food. So they are not represented here, but they are very popular.
For the Igbo food, this soup is mainly for the Yorubas. In Igbo, we use ofun sala, which is the white soup, or we can use banga soup at the same time to eat this gari. But this eba is everywhere. We call it gari, they call it eba.
And in Ghana, is this fufu in Ghana? No.
Af-
Is it? But in Ghana, they say they have the better jollof rice. No.
That was why I told you again that we are here now and we are telling you no jollof rice beats Nigerian
And
jollof.
you can go to Google.
Maybe I'll try later. Then and see.
Okay,
Yeah.
from the northern part of Nigeria, we have tuwo, and that's our major delicacy, tuwo. So tuwo can go with either miyan kuka or margi special. Because I'm from Maiduguri, I'm going to be talking more about margi special. Margi special is like the best soup in the world.
Oh.
It's a delicacy made from fish. Maiduguri is a riverine area. Most of our food are made from fish. So Maggi special is from fish. It's a delicacy made from fish, and you eat it with two. We can take Maggi special for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We don't mind.
Wow, interesting. Okay, so now very quickly, we want to hear about what's that festival, one major festival. Okay, for instance, where you colonized, do you have an Independence Day? Could you tell us something?
Okay. So Nigeria was colonized by the British government, and then we gained our independence on the 1st of October, 1960. And every year we celebrate that independence. We celebrate it richly by showcasing our all traditional attires. As you can see, the Yoruba celebrate wearing our Yoruba cultural dress. This is called a lace attire with the headgear called the gele. So a Yoruba woman will come out like this in this beautiful traditional attire with her lace and her gele. And the Igbo man will come out with his isiagu and his cap. This cap represents royalty, and it goes like that. And then the Hausa lady will also come out in a beautiful Ankara wear, the cover, the headgear, and like that. And we also have different other cultures like that, all celebrating Independence Day every 1st of
I
October.
know. In fact, I think this is one celebration that we really would want to witness. I will be watching out on you guys on the 1st of October
You
to
should.
see what's going to go happen right here on campus.
Should.
You got to do.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go. So just one more question before we go. Any one of you is free to answer. In your opinion, how do you view the word or the concept of diversity? How important do you think this should be placed?
Okay, let me just say this. If you talk about diversity, if Nigeria can survive, I think that's where diversity is. We have over 500 languages. We live as one entity. We have northern, southern, and everybody comes at once. When we are first Nigerians before we are Yoruba or Hausa or
True.
Igbo, we have this thing that we're first Nigerians. So we tend to protect that first. But you see, in the north, we're basically 70% Muslims, 30% Christians. So that part of it makes it look like the northern part is the Muslim part of the country. So the religious part of it is more in the north. So when you're crossing over to the south, they are like 100% Christians. You understand? And then when you go to the south, the Yorubas are like 50-50. So they have more Muslims and Christians. And then in Nigeria, religion is one thing that we don't joke with. We religion is key in Nigeria. So we tend to even divert towards religion than our ethnicity.
Yeah.
So that's one thing we do in Nigeria. That's one thing that is key in Nigeria. So because of that, when you come to the north, we tend to we have early marriage. Northerners we have early marriage because we don't want our girls to go into the world without getting married. You understand? We tend to cover our body a lot. We don't expose any part of our body. We are all covering at every part. But you know, when you go to the south, they don't care. You can be there without getting married. You understand? For us, so that's diversity. But we, first of all, when we're coming to the world, we're coming as one Nigeria.
Yeah.
Exactly. So is there a particular advice you would want to give where you would want to say, okay, though we are different, I don't know, but because there's so much diversity displayed in this country, like we can see. So is there something, is there a pattern word? I'm sure there are many Nigerians that are also going to watch this video and this interview. Is there a pattern word you will want to give and say, this is the way forward through diversity? Is there something?
Okay. A great one was said something. He said, "A diverse nation is a creative nation," and it is very evident in what we call our Nigeria of today. And so we just say to the world that embrace diversity, understand and beautify the difference in the other person while they also beautify yours. Be welcoming towards the other person. Not everybody has to be the same thing, but what makes each and every one of us beautiful is our differences. So when we learn to understand each other and our differences, it makes the world a beautiful place. If everybody is alike, the world is going to be pale. Everybody diversity makes the world beautiful. So just go out there, be your own self, be unique, and celebrate the other person's uniqueness and be creative while you're at it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I mean, I have traveled far and wide, and I can tell you I'm well educated. And I'm sure you are too. Come on, let's go to the next country. Thank you so much.
Okay.
It was
You're
great.
welcome.
Thank you.